and I welcome Paul White and present a check for $149.4 million. And, with Paul, we have his significant other, Kim Van Rees, and friends Ron and Nancy Bowen, and the new first brother, Phil White.
My little brother.
Little brother, yeah. So they would be more than happy to answer questions from any of you, I think, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Have a seat.
Can we go up there, Paul?
Have a seat, Mr. White. Slide by there, Kimmy.
Oh, that's funny. Is Ed grabbing?
Okay, we're done with the clicking?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, what do I do with this? So, Paul, how's this go? It's crazy. I got to tell you, I've said it a couple of times today. I've gone through this in my head so many times in my life that you almost feel like it's finally coming true, because I'm sure anybody who's ever bought a lottery ticket thinks about what they're going to do with the money the next day and all the people they can help, and you know, and so I feel like it's almost been coming. I really do. My siblings have given me grief for years about how I talk about I'm going to win the lottery someday, and actually we just got together not so long ago for my dad's 80th birthday, and we were playing this game. I don't remember the gist of it exactly, but you had to pick who in the crowd would match this description. And the description was, their financial plan consists of playing the lottery. Well, everybody picked my name, and they thought it was funny then. Who's right now? That's what I want to say. So it's cool.
Give us one more time, please. Your significant other here, and then you're down to the right.
Kim, my good friends Nancy and Ron, I actually work with them. Ron this morning was my boss. He started the day my boss, he's going to end the day my chauffeur. And then it's my little brother Phil, who worked just on the street. So.
To your left.
Kim, didn't I start with that? Kim,
Yeah,
my
you
significant
said it
other.
kind of fast.
Sorry.
So you said you were, you always dreamed of a part that was helping others. What do you think you will do with the money? Will you help others?
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm lucky enough that my parents are still alive. We just celebrated my dad's 80th birthday. I think my mother's 77. Still in decent health, and they don't need my money per se or any help. But, I mean, imagine what it's like to say, go pick out your own car, go pick out your own house, whatever it is you want. So it's amazing to still have that opportunity. My dad is so proud. He has a picture of the first car he bought in 1961. 63. First car he ever paid cash for. 63 Impala, I want to say it is. He's got a picture of it at home. I'm going to go find that car. And he's going to think that's the coolest thing ever. You know, I don't know if he'll drive it or not, but just stuff like that. And charity stuff. I have a sister who lives in San Francisco, very charitable. I'm sure she'll have lots of plans for some of the money. You know, the big stuff you don't think about. I feel this pressure off my shoulders that you carry every day with you. I have 2 kids. Are my kids, am I going to be able to pay for them to go to college? Am I going to be able to, you know, take care of them if they have health issues? All these things, gone. You don't ever have to worry about it again. It's amazing. So.
Paul, tell us that story again last night. Going out randomly last minute saying, I got to go buy some tickets.
Yeah, I had forgotten on my way home. We were getting prepared for the weekend, basically, and Kim's mother is visiting, and she has I think it's a brand new Mustang, isn't it? And she has a 16-year-old son, just like I do. And he loves every chance to be able to drive the car. And I said, oh, I forgot to get my Powerball tickets. He said, well, we can take Grandma's car. So she said, okay. So we drove up, and about 8:30, I think, I bought $10 worth of tickets and didn't think anything about it until this morning. And Kim called me at like 8:30. She said, are you a millionaire yet? And I said, I'm so busy, I don't have time to look. And she said, well, I think the Powerball was 32. Well, I always pay attention to my Powerball, and I had 2 32s out of the 5 numbers. And I thought, oh, was the next number 59? And she said, I think it was. She didn't have it up in front of her at this point. And then she said, I think 5 was in there too. And I said, oh my God, I have 5 too. But I'm really busy. We have to do this later. I have work to do. I can't deal with this right now. She's like, no, we already know you have 3 numbers. We have to go through them now. So we went through them. And sure enough, they were right. And I said, I'll have to call you back later. And I went, woo! And ran around the office, and everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? So I think I had 10 people verify the ticket before I left the office. They all got to hold it. So.
Take pictures of it.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool stuff.
So what else? Party, vacation?
I would guess there might be a party or some vacation in there.
Dominican
I got to
Republic.
figure out. I've spent my whole life trying to figure out what it was I want to do when I grow up. Well, now I get the opportunity to do whatever I want. I know I can't. I'm not going to be one of those people that says I'm going to keep working, because I'm not working for anybody else anymore. It's not going to happen. But I'll have to work. I only talked to them briefly. I'm divorced, and they're with their mother this morning, and my son had to go mow his grandfather's lawn this morning, and so they were doing that. Like I said, we're getting ready for the weekend, and so I haven't talked to them much. They couldn't believe it. I can tell you that. I think the only person who I didn't feel thought I was BSing them was my mother, whose name is Betty White, by the way. And I could tell there was maybe a slight not convinced thing, but not like everybody else was like, I can't believe it. There's no way. Didn't happen.
Most winners usually wait at least a few days before they come forward. Why did you decide to come forward?
I told you I've been waiting for this day my entire life. Not waiting. They already told me I got to wait 2 weeks for my money, for God's sake. Start the clock right now.
A lot of times you'll look at past winners and people who've had the fortune of winning the lottery and then the misfortune of what happens later. Have you thought about that scenario and how you might avoid that?
Absolutely. We've actually all discussed that all day. I don't know how, but I can honestly tell you I have the faith that it's going to happen. I think a lot of good things are going to come out of this for not only my family and my friends, but for random people. I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, I don't want to work for anybody else for the rest of my life. I mean that for a paycheck, but I don't mind spending my money if I find something that, you know what I mean, a charity or whatever it might be, to keep myself busy and feel like I'm making a difference. Absolutely. Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants to make a difference. So
As of today, you're retired?
I am, well,
No.
I have too much stuff on my desk. I got too much stuff on my desk. I couldn't leave in that. We're very busy at work right now, and I'm irreplaceable.
leave him high
So.
and
No, I won't leave mine dry. Like I said, we were friends before we worked together. So
What is Elliott Contracting just for a little?
we are an electrical contractor out of Minneapolis. We do a lot of major electrical construction. We've worked on the Target Field. We've got a few projects with the light rail going on right now. We do hotels. We just did redid the Hyatt downtown. TCF Stadium we worked on.
Yeah, we're doing the Northrop Auditorium right now with J.E. Dunn. So
So,
The one thing you've always wanted to buy. The one.
you know what? Honestly, I think it sounds kind of crazy, but Acura makes this car. I used to have an Acura Integra back in 1988. I loved that little car. Well, they made this car. I don't think they make it anymore, but it's called an NSX. And it does the slalom in like 78 miles an hour or something. It's just crazy. Well, they don't make them anymore, but there's one on Craigslist I've been watching for a few months.
And he can have it now.
And I think it's 30 grand, and it's got like 12,000 miles on it or something. It's a 91 or a 92 or something like that. I'm going Eau Claire.
Paul White, now the most popular man in Minnesota, don't you know? He is the winner of the Powerball jackpot, 1/3 of it. It was drawn last night. Don't you love his story? Been playing it every week for years and years. Been talking, I'm going to win this Powerball. I'm going to win. And he actually won it. $149 million, minus the pesky taxes and all the rest. But he'll be able to get his car.